I Love to Dance is Sarah Jessica Parker's opening line in the 1983 movie Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Her character had years of dance training, and little Wren had Dance Dance Revolution and an electric blue tutu. Even so, I was not dissuaded from dancing multiple impromptu dance numbers. With my Nana's backyard as my stage and my family as my adoring fans, I felt free, unstoppable, and safe. My family was a young one. I was the first grandchild on both sides, a child of children. I grew up as one of the girls, giving out clothing advice and dancing in rooms with all the furniture pushed to the corners. With my mom, confidence was never an issue. She would pick me up in a room full with her friends and swing me around. I was the Ginger to her Fred, always down for a foxtrot. As you get older, you are expected to have strained parental relationships, to blush when your mom calls you sweetie or love. You are expected, instead of dancing in that room with all the furniture pushed to the corners, to sit on the couch, hands in your lap, back straight and mouth shut. So that's what I did. I stopped asking questions, I stopped dancing, and I stopped talking altogether. One summer, my mom took me and a friend to go see a movie in Pioneer Courthouse Square. The city had brought a big inflatable movie screen, and they were playing one of my all-time favorites, Grease. And since it was one of my favorites, I sang along under my breath to every song. When the movie got to its climax and John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John were singing "You're the One That I Want," my mom stood up and started dancing in front of at least 1,000 people. This is a scene that had occurred many times in the safety of my living room, but here, I full-body blushed. When my mom offered me her hand, I instinctively shook my head. I expected to feel full-body relief, but instead all I felt was instant regret. If being immature and if being young meant that I was content and confident, I would have put on a tutu right then. I jumped up and I pulled my friend along with me, and we danced and twirled and laughed so hard we had to cling to each other to keep from falling over. In a perfect movie moment, the entire square would have jumped up with us, relinquished their insecurities, and just danced. But alas, people are people with their own insecurities, and we didn't need them. We felt wild and safe and free. We were not afraid. I stopped being afraid. I joined student government. I tried out for cross country. I grew up, and I did so in my own way. And that's what Let's Festival means to me. Being free to do so. Right there in Portland's living room, I found out what it meant to grow up in a city that is all about being different and being confident in yourself and your own diversity. I want to bring this idea to the entire city, to just throw your hands in the air, take a deep breath, and just festival.
When I think of festivals, I imagine colors, a diverse scene that brings people together. I imagine a sea of smiles, all welcoming the celebration of people from all over. Festivals bring warmth to my heart. When I was younger, my parents and I would attend cultural festivals, Lunar New Year festivals, Mid-Autumn festivals, all celebrations of my culture. My curious eyes would scan the millions of people around me, all whose hearts were beating for the same reason. My chubby hands would want to touch everything in sight. Everything had their own story. Everybody in that space had their own story. I believe this is what festivals are. Festivals are a celebration of both the individual and the group. Bringing unique perspectives together creates beauty. I was born into an abnormally large family, with too many cousins to count. We all squeezed into a one-story house with 4 bedrooms to share. This was my grandmother's house. These 4 bedrooms were enough to feed the imagination of playful children who at the end of the day were far too innocent and pure to understand the problems going on in the community. I was a little girl in this house. In that same house, my mother would tell us stories about her childhood, how her and her whole family had to come to America in order to have a better life for us. My parents, grandparents, and even great-grandparents never got the chance to graduate high school, attend college, or live their dreams, so there was no expectations for us children. I was unsatisfied though, wanting something that my parents had no experience with. With their help and with the help of those around me, I was able to effectively move through my life. The past generations were selfless, and they made way for me to become whoever I want to be. And I believe that this is a celebration of the individual, Looking to my school, I see a different kind of celebration. People at Franklin aren't afraid to help each other. They are keen at teamwork, not letting anybody fall behind. There are so many clubs dedicated to service and volunteering in our community. I believe that volunteering and service opportunities in our community really helps us grow as a community and as an individual as well. Everybody's different perspectives brings something unique to this community, and I admire that so much. I believe that in Franklin, there's a big celebration of unity and of the community. When talking about festivals, celebration of unity and the individual are equally as important. Just like how the Rose Festivals brings together multiple perspectives, stories, experiences from people from all over the place in order to create something magical. Thank you.